Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. Clarissa Shields just can't catch a break. She doesn't seem to want to catch a break. All she wants to do is catch fades and just be as toxic as she wants to be. And it's really disheartening to see a female fighter like herself who I ain't going to even say this anymore. I'll say she was the standard. She's not the standard anymore. Top 1%, but it has done nothing but tear down her own brand, make herself look crazy because she can't get control of her emotions and her mouth. And she has done nothing but hurt women's boxing, especially for black female fighters. And I happen to agree with what Franchon Cruz-Zern had to say.
Got my lick back.
That's right, because it pushed me the way I really need to be. It pushed me in the direction I'm really going. So y'all messed up. Now, do you think women's boxing getting the credit it deserves finally?
You want me to be honest?
Yes.
I feel like on one side women's boxing is getting it, but girls that look like me, I don't feel like it's proper representation.
How do you look?
Girls that's brown, that's from the elements.
She brown.
Who?
Clarissa.
But she don't represent all of us.
You don't think?
I don't want to fight on Zeus for $400. Fight street girls.
Oh, okay.
I'm a college graduate. Not saying that I'm. Yeah.
Now, listen to this again, okay? Because she said a whole lot right there. Same thing we've all been saying. We've all been saying it different ways, but listen to what she says again.
Got my lick back.
That's right, because it pushed me the way I really need to be. It pushed me in the direction I'm really going. So y'all messed up. Now, do you think women's boxing getting the credit it deserves finally?
You want me to be honest?
Yes.
I feel like on one side women's boxing is getting it, but girls that look like me, I don't feel like it's proper representation.
On one side, she's talking about the Jake Paul MVP, the Top Ranks, the match rooms, all the females over there. They're all getting a representation. And she says females who look like me. Caroline Dubois look like you, and Clarissa Shields with the brown skin. She's getting taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So Clarissa Shields and Franchon are friends. Franchon is with Dimitri Salita. She is being absorbed into Clarissa Shields' chaos. But you can see that Franchon doesn't want any part of that bullshit. She doesn't want that because she's like, Clarissa Shields is Clarissa Shields. I'm not Clarissa Shields. And this right here is good medicine. But let's see what happens with Franchon Cruz in the fight, post-fight, and what she's going to do, because she can really scrap. But she needs to detach herself, disconnect from Clarissa Shields. Period. Everyone else has. I don't know if Franchon is still hanging on for it. I don't care how long she's known her. When you have somebody that's bringing you down and hurting you and your marketability, get the F away from them. Matter of fact, all the female fighters out there need to just disassociate themselves with Clarissa Shields because she's toxic. She's poison, man. On the Breakfast Club today, she can't shut up. Y'all peep that? This is a whole nother video. Papoose was there cutting her off. She doesn't know how to shut her mouth. She want to talk about her relationship, talk about other fighters, talk about Papoose business, talk about his divorce, talk about the chains, talk about this. I told y'all this shit that on social media has driven her crazy. But she created her own misery. Finish listening to Franchon.
How do you look?
Girls that's brown, that's from the elements.
She brown.
Who?
Clarissa.
But she don't represent all of us.
That is so important. She doesn't. She doesn't represent all of the ladies, and she sure as hell can't inspire nobody. Not with her stink attitude. How you can go from just working with a bunch of girls at this little camp to coming back on social media and picking up where you left off with your big mouth and nasty attitude and cussing and carrying on. You see what I'm saying? So I like the fact that Franchon is coming out here and saying Clarissa doesn't represent all of us. She's making sure to make that clear. I'm not her. And I'm glad she's doing it. I'm glad she's doing it.
You don't think?
I don't want to fight on Zeus for $400. Fight street girls.
Oh, okay.
I'm a college graduate, not.
You know why this matters? Because when you go out here, man, and you educate yourself, you know, when furthering your education isn't so you can go out here and make millions of dollars. It helps you to deal with the world. You know what I'm saying? It helps you to be able to assimilate, to conversate, to have a better understanding of the world and how the world operates and when dealing with people, which ultimately can lead to you getting yourself in a better financial space. But that's why I'm glad she said this, and that's why Clarissa Shields needs to go do something and see something different. Because obviously the boxing alone isn't enough. Because all she want to do is come out here and say about pat, pat, boom, pat, 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 pat. Go, 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 squash, 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 cuss, 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 cuss. I didn't want to hear that shit. Like, it's tired now.
Saying that I'm got my lick back.
That's right.
Okay, so boom, we talked about that. So when you take a look at what's going on with her, anybody surprised that Laila Ali showed up down there in Miami with Alicia Baumgardener, the real Gwoat, and the bomb out there chilling while Clarissa's still out here with her lobster tail talking. Last night, oh my God, the live last night, we had a retired police officer call in. Classic piece of conversation. I'm going to clip it today and post it by itself. Y'all have to hear this. But I ain't going to play it all on here right now because it's like a 40-minute rant, and I'm not going to do that. But what I want to do is draw attention to Laila Ali coming out to the event to support MVP and women's boxing and just to support the event as a whole. And you just got to look, when it comes to Clarissa Shields, man, the public perception is real. The pressure on her is real. And I don't even know if she has a moment to make things better right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if she has it. We all know that she is one of the greatest female boxers to ever live. Okay? Like, that's a fact. That's not even up for debate. It doesn't matter if you like her, dislike her. When it comes to just putting the gloves on. Just that, nothing else. You know, she has been that girl. Her accomplishments inside the ring, the championships, where she made sure to talk about that shit on the Breakfast Club. The gold medals, dominance across weight classes. It just puts her in rare air, right? That's being fair to her. However, greatness in boxing does not exist in a vacuum. She needs to understand that. Papoose, pat, 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 brr, brr. Even he knows that. That's why during that Breakfast Club interview, he was cutting her off. You know what I'm saying? He was cutting her off. He's trying to maintain a balance, but even he knows, like, yo, she's out of place, out of line. He just cut her off. She doesn't know what she's talking about. And shit, I'm watching that shit today while I'm driving and cringing, like, yo, what's wrong with her? Like, that's honestly what I was thinking. What is wrong with this female, man? Her career has been shaped by her wins, but in the last couple of years, it's starting to be shaped by the relationships that she has with fans, that she has with fighters, she has with promoters, and they're not good. You know, careers are shaped not only by wins and losses, but they're also shaped by those things I just mentioned. Timing, emotional intelligence, which she doesn't have. And right now, Clarissa Shields appears to be at a crossroads where public perception is beginning to clash with her achievements. And we've been saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this. And, and for us, it's been like the last month and a half, maybe 2 months. But for some people in recent days, like fans, I'm listening, and they've focused heavily on optics, starting with that damn press conference for her and Franchon Cruz. You know, they look at that and they're like, what is this? And then they come and they see Laila Ali out publicly supporting Alicia Baumgardener in Miami. And then many fans immediately compared that moment to Claressa Shields' ongoing struggles to receive similar public support from fellow female boxers, both active and retired. Nobody supports Claressa Shields. No one gives a shit about her. And I'm not telling you that I'm out here like, yeah, that's what we want. No, that's not. I'm telling you, it's sad. It's sad to see someone with that kind of talent just throwing it all away. Not holding the horses, just taking it to the stupid. Now, and that's why I said it like that, because whether fair or not fair, optics matter in boxing, optics matter in business, optics matters when it comes to dealing with people, especially with the boxing fans. Fans interpret silence, distance, and alliances as statements, even when they may not be intended that way. Still perceived as a statement. The issue for Clarissa is not that she lacks. She does have some supporters, so I can't take it to the stupid. So I say the issue for Clarissa is not that she lacks supporters. It's that many female fighters appear reluctant to publicly align with her. They don't want to align with her. They don't want to be associated or attached to her. Franchon Cruz just now, she just did the same thing. She like, oh, y'all ain't aligning me with that chick. That's just what Franchon Cruz did by making that statement she made. Don't even try to align me with her. And that's why this has led fans to speculate about isolation, about tension, and fractured relationships within women's boxing. Some people say, oh, well, it's just the females. Cat fight. I don't know about all that. But again, perception becomes reality in public arena, especially when those perceptions are reinforced by, social media exchanges, social media rants, threats on social media, betting people $100,000 if they can whip your ass, then these whack-ass press conferences, and then this confrontational language that gets used all the time. So the perception of Clarissa Shields is not very favorable, and it's become reality in the public arena. I don't know anyone who thinks good about Clarissa Shields. Even her own promoter, Demetrius Salita, acknowledges that people don't like her ass. They don't like her. Even Papoose will say, yeah, she doesn't listen. Even he knows people don't like her. Clarissa has always positioned herself as unapologetic, outspoken, confrontational. Need no man to do nothing. I don't need no man. Papoose, nice having him here, but I don't need you either. Papoose, nah, I'm just playing. Come here, Pap. Come here, let me squeeze your booty, Papoose. Come here. Take off that hat. Let me put that hat on. Come here. Papoose, Pap. Nobody wants to be her friend. I'm so alone. I have nowhere to go. Except to Neiman Marcus. If I wanted to go get it, then I might go to the fishing market and I wanted to go get a tilapia and a bluegill and a piece of soy fish. And hey, y'all see Clarissa Shields eating that big plate of food? She had a piece of rabbit on that plate. After she ate, she probably went to Neiman Marcus to go walk off that food. You know what I mean? After you hit the Chinese buffet, get them wings and fried rice, you got to go walk that shit off in the mall. I just think, man, Clarissa Shields she wanted to be the disruptor early in her career, and that worked in her favor. The fighter who refused to be ignored in a sport that historically sidelined women. That edge helped her cut through noise, gain attention, and force boxing media to take her seriously. But as the fighters age and evolve, the same traits that once fueled momentum can begin to slow, and that's what happened to her. That shit just come noise now. You know what I'm saying? It's all noise, man. Fans are now questioning whether Clarissa's combative posture towards critics, fellow fighters, and even legends of the sport is costing her goodwill. And I'm going to tell for all your fans out there, you asked the question, I'm going to give you the answer. Of course it is. Of course it is, man. It's costing her goodwill. It's costing her money. It's costing her all kind of headache and stress, costing her all kind of anxiety, all kind of shit. She's mentally unhealthy, but she created her own misery, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to come out here now and claim that, they disrespect me. Everybody disrespects me. All right, you're going to put some respect on my name. If not, you say something. When I see you where I'm from, we make you stand on that. We're going to punch you in the mouth. We're going to punch you in the ankle and I bite you in the ankle and I go to Neiman Marcus because I want something, I go get it and I get them in the 8 million in that. Nobody want to hear that bullshit, man. Get out of here. Everybody disrespecting you. How you treating people? Everybody attacking you. Well, how you treating people? You attacking people? People misunderstanding you. You intentionally misunderstanding people and creating your own narratives and creating bullshit. You twisting words to make it fit your narrative to make everybody look like they're doing something wrong to you. Let me tell you something. When that happens, the audience eventually experience fatigue. The narrative shifts from fighter fighting the system to fighter fighting everyone. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? She, no kidding, is Spike Lee, fight the power. But it's supposed to be fight the powers that be. She fighting the powers that nobody sees but her. Always in some constant conflict, man. One of the most dangerous places for a public figure. The belief they're always right and everyone else is always wrong. Y'all follow this channel, y'all hear me say this shit all the time. I'm okay, you're not okay. I'm okay, you're not okay. That's Clarissa Shields. I'm right, you're wrong. I'm okay, you're not okay. And I'm telling you, over time, this mindset can lead to isolation. That's why she out there looking crazy. It did Pep and I together all the time, and Pep and I and Pep and I and Pat and me and Pep and me. Talking about people are jealous, people are hating on me because I got a good man and because I'm fine, I could take your man and I got body and look at this, me and this and that, and look at me and I'm pretty and I'm this and I'm Man, nobody jealous or hateful, man. People distance themselves from drama queens, from ignorant asses. Constant conflict. That's Clarissa Shields, man. Women's boxing is a small ecosystem. Relationships matter. She hasn't realized that. Support matters. Shared moments, photos, public encouragement, public engagement, mutual respect, carrying weight. Fighters notice who celebrates them and who doesn't. Fans notice too. Clarissa Shields gives no one credit. She talks shit about everybody. Everybody. Everybody's a broke bum. Man, please. Broke bums, jealous bitches. Yeah, they want to look like me because I'm so sexy. I'm so cute. My name's Coco. I'm Coco. I'm Coco. Look at me, Coco. How about cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Get out of here. We notice what's going on here. I'm Coco. I'm Coco. No, you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what you are. Where's my goddamn glass of... What I need? This milk? Oh, no, that's a probiotic. I need a glass of milk, goddammit. Give me a bowl of cereal. I'm Coco. I'm Coco. No, you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Hey, Pat, Papoose, Pat. Bring me my glass of milk. Feeling like Coco. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Pat. talking about I'm frustrated. Women don't support me the way I believe they should support me because I'm the GOAT and I got 2 gold medals. I got 19 championships. I got 5 different weight divisions I've conquered, 4-time undisputed. I got an outdoor pool and an indoor pool. We got an airplane. We got a runway. We got 15 Mercedes Benzes, 14 BMWs. I even, matter of fact, I got a Ford Festiva. I got a Ford Festiva. You remember when you see me riding a Ford Festiva? 2 pigtails in my head. Overgrown toenails and fingernails. Oh my God, man. You can't come out here talking about you deserve respect. Let me tell you something. On a serious note, that thing respect, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Your name ain't Aretha. The fuck out of here. Respect is earned. Okay? No one has to know you to respect your position. Everyone respected Clarissa Shields when she first turned pro. 2 gold medals, all the respect in the world. Whipping everybody's ass, all the respect in the world. But you know where it went wrong? Because of the what? Attitude. That's where shit went left. Flew the coop. Probably went cuckoo with them Cocoa Puffs. Gone. Out of here. Adios. Green light, go. Pew! Nobody gonna respect you, man. Get out of here. Shit's gotta be mutual. Gotta give respect to get respect, man. You don't want to celebrate any woman talking about who's a bum but I will whip their ass and they can't beat me though and they don't make this though and they don't that though and they ain't that attractive. No, they think they this or they this and they that. What kind of shit is that? Like she on the Breakfast Club today. And she says some backhand shit to Lauren LaRosa. People be saying all kind of crazy stuff. That's like you, like Lauren saying something about me, you know, like suggesting that Lauren can't whip her ass. And then like her being on the show with the woman, what, Sherry, if you had people like me on your ass, you want to be in shape, right? She always talking down to people like how she would whip their ass, like they're should be feel inferior towards her because she's a boxer. Don't she understand? They got something out here. They got them boop, boop, boop. Brr, brr. This shit means nothing. When you keep coming out here trying to intimidate people, scare people, and they pull this shit on you. She better get over that shit. She better get over that shit. Tell me, you got a pit bull like me on your ass. Don't you want to be in shape? Don't you want your legs? If you just orgasmed, you got a pit bull like me on your ass? What are you talking about, man? Just ridiculous. That's why she don't get no respect. That shit is earned through consistency, through you being respectful, through emotional alignment. You can't simultaneously antagonize peers and expect unity. You can't antagonize peers and expect them to like you. You can't antagonize peers and expect them to respect you. That's not how it works. There's only one woman I know who was able to do that, and that was Aretha Franklin. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me, not to your ass. Then another growing concern from everybody at this point is the escalation in language. And I ain't talking about her learning how to speak Spanish. Como esta? Como esta? It's like that chick I was telling y'all about when I was in the club with my homeboy Esco and K. Esco is Dominican, K from Hawaii. The girl was from Pensacola, Florida. She spoke English. She didn't know no other language. We'd be up in Latin night, up in Caribbean night, in there buck wild, enjoying ourselves, killing the honeys back in the day. Had this chick in there. We knew her and a friend. We all were on base. We lived in the dorms at the time. She come in there. She spoke English. We were like, hey, what's up? We were kind of cool. Nobody was trying to talk to her. We know he just had friends. She hooked up out there, started talking. At Latin night, the little Puerto Rican dude came in there and puts that Espanol on her. They start dating. All of a sudden, you see her in the club. You're like, hey, what's up? I can't remember her name. It was like Cindy. I said, what's up, Cindy? She said, Ede? I said, what? Ede. I said, Ede, what the fuck is she talking about? I asked my homeboy Esco. Now, I speak a lot of Spanish, but, that man is fluent. I'm like, I got like the 75% solution. But I'm like, Eddie. I said, what the fuck is Eddie? And then I was like, yo, the chick, man. So he was like, hey, Cindy, whatever her name was. Hey, how you doing? She was like, no, Eddie. I was like, Eddie. I was like, what the fuck? Then we realized she fronting like she can't speak English because her boyfriend from Puerto Rico. My boy Esco is Dominican, straight out of goddamn DR. You know what I mean? From Santo fucking Domingo. And we sitting there rolling, laughing. I'm like, the fucking chick done forgot how to speak forgot how to speak Spanish. But what I'm getting at is you have to be yourself at all times. But if being yourself is out here escalating horrible language or acting like you're somebody you're not, people lose respect for you. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to fight women outside the ring, inside the ring, going on some damn, what are them damn things called? Reality shows, wanting to fight, confronting critics physically, retaliating against unfavorable opinions, wanting to beat up fans and shit like that. Let me tell you, some people see it as raw authenticity. Others see it as instability, man. I see it as a little bit Sesame Street. That's just me. Because I'm looking at a fighter at the top of the sport with so much to lose and just losing it, watching herself lose it, watch her empire crumble, and doesn't seem to give a shit. Or doesn't seem to have the awareness. Doesn't seem to have the people around her to tell her, hey, yo, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Tell you, fans out here like, yo, man, what's next for a person like this? I don't know, but I know what's next for me. I'm going to get a rabies shot because I don't need to run into her. She come in there and bite me in the ankle. And next thing you know, I'm all messed up. I don't want rabies. So I'm going to get a rabies shot. I'm vaccination. I ain't got time to be dealing with this bullshit. But I tell you, these are warning signs. The more you think something, it's a matter of time before you do it. My dad kicked that knowledge to me when I was like 11 years old, 11, 12. Back in the day when I felt a kind of way because, something and something led to something over women. And so I was a hothead, when you go through things. And my dad was, when I was telling him I was thinking, and he knew how I was. He was like, hey, shouldn't think like that. Because thoughts become action. You keep thinking that kind of bad man shit, you're going to go out there and do it. But I'm going to tell you, I can't help you if your ass end up in prison. So you at age 12 and you thinking this already, you want this and that, I'm letting you know, thoughts become action. Stop thinking that kind of way. You need to pray to God. That's what he say. You need to go and pray to God to help you with that shit. That's all he said. And when I listen to Clarissa Shields, she need to do that. She need to pray. Prayer can help you. Thoughts become actions. The more she think, I don't want to be like this, I don't want to think like this, then she'll eventually start to change. But it's got to start from inside. You know what I'm saying? She's all the way at the top of the sport with so much to lose, and she's losing it. So she ain't seeing the warning signs, But the bottom line is, it's just a lot of uncertainty. Not just about boxing outcomes, but about direction, about growth, about legacy. History shows that fighters who believe they are above criticism often struggle during transitional phases of their careers. This doesn't mean immediate downfall, but it does mean increased vulnerability. Emotional rigidity can limit adaptability. In boxing, adaptability is survival. Think about Clarissa Shields. The downfall has happened. Even if she wins her next fight, you can still see that she's spiraling downwards out of control. She needs to get help immediately, man. But the reason some people probably can't see it is because she doesn't lack confidence. She's really good at, exhibiting all this hubris and all this confidence, and I will bite you in the ankle and I punch you in the nose. That's her right there, 100%. But I just think the concern is whether her confidence has crossed into defensiveness. Now, defensive behavior often appears when a person feels their position is threatened, not necessarily by opponents, but by changing public sentiment. sentiment. So when you look at Clarissa Shields, she feels threatened, not necessarily with losing a fight, but she feels threatened with a female's appearance, if a female can fight, kind of money they're making, if they're liked, how many followers they have on social media. She watches everything. How they speak, she watches everything. If they can sing, stupid shit, she watches everything. And she feels threatened. Oh, with her position here and this position here. It bothers her. That's why she out here just, you see her, y'all see what she does, man. You know, she's just trying to look a kind of way, trying to be a kind of way. But at the end of the day, she defaults back to what she knows, which is being a toxic crab, a little toxic cockroach. And that's how she behaves. And she's okay with that. And I'm telling you, that shit is not going to work out well for her long term. She thinks, I'm telling you. I done seen this shit before. I'm telling you, man. It ain't going to end up good for her. She's got to figure out a way to change the public sentiment about her. And she can't do it by still coming out here threatening people and speaking with that loud language and just being extremely offensive. Look, I don't think her career is over. Clarissa Shields, as long as she gets in there and fights and she brings that anger into the ring, her career is going to be far from over. Doesn't mean she's going to stay undefeated. But I just think the margin for error is shrinking. That's why I keep saying there's too much going on to convince me that she's going to be able to lock in and stay focused and get through Franchon. And if she does, to get through a Shadesha. I just think the margin for error is shrinking. Like there's not much room for her to make mistakes. And fans are no longer simply evaluating her punches. They're evaluating her presence, her choices, her ability to coexist within the broader boxing community. They're looking at everything that we talk about on our 9 o'clock lives and what other people are talking about. That's why I said, no one's just talking about boxing anymore. They're talking about everything else. But, you know, she gives us the ammunition. But I'll just say this, as fighters age, they got to make a decision, man. You know, what version of yourself do you want to be remembered for? A warrior, a champion, a bridge builder, or the lone figure standing against everyone saying, I'm okay, you're not okay. Y'all broke bums. Man, please. Maybe that's what you want. Nah, I mean. You know what I'm saying? You eating that? Give me that. Them turkey wings cooked all the way through? Give me the half cooked one. Yeah, that one with the pink inside. Give me that chicken wing. But at the end of the day, if Clarissa wants long-term peace, legacy, security, and broader support amongst women in boxing, the next evolution may not come from training camps or opponents. Her next evolution may come from restraint, recalibration, and selective silence. The greatest champions eventually learn that dominance doesn't require constant confrontation. Sometimes it requires knowing when not to swing and when to shut your frickin' mouth. Clarissa Shields may have won fights and may continue winning fights, but she's losing the room, people. And that's why, you know, female boxers, they don't rally around her. They don't like her. Not because she's brown skin or a black fighter. No, because of the fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? It's like me coming up. I'm a half black, half Indian motherfucker with a Muslim name. Can't tell me nothing about society and how they are and shit. You kind of fit in here, you kind of don't fit in here and this, but the way you move, people can't help but love you when you got the right attitude and the right energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep telling y'all, attitude. That shit is everything. Everything. So many people like, oh man, I thought you were this way. I thought you were that way. Man, you're a really good guy. Let me get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't get time for that, man. I don't judge people. Like I go with mentality, how you treat me. I don't care about nobody's race. I don't care about your religion, man. Gender, sexual orientation. I don't care how you treat me. Treat me with respect. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? You got clean heart, clean mind. That's how I move. Clean heart, clean mind. That's why I never had really too many problems. You know what I'm saying? But there was a point where I had a bad attitude. When I had that fucked up attitude, I'm telling you, man, the only thing that was working out for me was out here with investments and stuff like that, because those were business relationships. I didn't have much to do. Most of that shit was just faxing over and emails and shit like that. Going to an office, sign some stuff, get shit notarized. But when I had to assimilate, interact with people daily, I had to work on my attitude, man. I had to work on it. And once I did that, sky was the limit. I never turned back. But it took me a while to figure that out. But, it's just, you grow up a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You have that about you. But once I made that tweak, shit changed big time. That's why when I watch Clarissa Shields, I say whatever the fuck I want to say about that chick. I'm telling you. I see all the talent, but I see what the problem is. But she don't have anyone around here to tell her nothing. Me growing up with very close to my father and mother, especially my dad. I mean, he used to always from a young age to sit there, man, and drop gems on me all the time, right up until so something. And to this day, I live by that man's guidance, and make sure to impart all that wisdom to my sons. So when I watch Clarissa Shields, I'm like, she ain't got nobody. She don't have somebody there that she love and respect, and who really loves and respects her to tell her, nah, this ain't it. You want to promote yourself, you want to be the villain, cool, but there's a way to go about it. You're going about it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You're going about it the wrong way. Anyway, confidence, conflict. What's really happening with Clarissa Shields, and can she continue this way forever? I don't think so. But you better pay attention. She's isolated people. And in this boxing game, it's cool to keep to yourself, because that cuts down a lot of the distractions and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think she's by herself a lot because she's burnt bridges and turned people off to where people don't want to align themselves with her. That's different. That's totally different. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm about to drink my coffee and go chill for a little bit in the breeze.